Hello, and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we'll be playing a game of Marvel Champions, where we'll be taking on Taskmaster with Black Widow. I've designed this deck specifically to take on Taskmaster in the justice aspect. Taskmaster has some captive heroes in one of his side schemes, and every time we defeat that scheme, we get one of these very low-cost heroes into our hand, into our deck, and we can use them going forward. What we have in our Justice deck today, 2 copies of Making an Entrance, 2 copies of One Way or Another, and this is going to be key to this game. So max 1 per round, hero action, search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal that side scheme, and draw 3 cards. So what we want to find are the Captives of Hydra cards, and that's how we're going to use his own scheme against him. For allies, we have Agent Coulson, Quasar, Wiccan, Wraith. For upgrades, we have lots of preparation cards, of course, because that's what Black Widow likes to do. So we've got 2 copies of Spycraft, 2 copies of Counterintelligence, and we've got, as another upgrade, a Skilled Investigator. And for support cards, we have 2 copies of Vigilante Training to get lots of these great event cards, like Making an Entrance and One Way or Another back in our hand. For our basic cards, we have the usual double resource cards, Strength, Energy, and Genius. 2 copies of Target Acquired, 2 copies of Espionage, 1 Quinn Carrier to help to reduce costs, and the old standbys from the release of the game, Nick Fury and Mockingbird, which makes sense because they're S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. So we'll get shuffled up and ready to go, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. We are shuffled up and ready to go. We've got Taskmaster on stage 2 because we're playing Expert, sitting at 16 health. We've got our dealt encounter card. It's a 1-stage scheme for him. It's hunting down heroes. Forced response is after resolving step 1 of the villain phase. Each player in hero form must choose to either take 1 damage or place 1 threat here. And he has a starting side scheme out, which is Hydra Patrol, which is preventing us from removing any threat using Thwart against hunting down heroes. We do know that there are captured by Hydra side schemes. These are the captured heroes over here in this deck. And so here we go. Let's get ourselves our starting hand. Looking for those all-important prep cards. Counterintelligence, One Way or Another, Winter Soldier, Energy, Wraith, and Mockingbird. Wow, that's an interesting start. So we know we have at least 1 prep card, which is good for us. We do really like One Way or Another, and we certainly like to have this energy. Winter Soldier is very solid for us if we can get more prep cards out, and it is a big if. Wraith at this stage, not really required. Mockingbird's always good, but might be a bit too early. So let's get rid of Wraith and Mockingbird for now. And we've got Grappling Hook and another Counterintelligence. Okay. So I think what we want to do is leverage her mission prep ability. So in response to playing a preparation card, draw 1 card. So we are going to play out Counterintelligence, draw ourselves a new card. We have Skilled Investigator, which is going to cost us nothing. Let's put that out. Cannot put another Counterintelligence out. Do really want... I was very tempted by One Way or Another. There are ways for us to get that back. I think we want another grappling hook. Well, not another grappling hook, but another preparation card. When you reveal a treachery, discard grappling hook, cancel the effects of that treachery, and discard it. Very useful for us. So we're going to hang on to Winter Soldier. But we should be able to thwart the Hydra Patrol away. Which allows us to go and grab a Hydra minion of some kind. Let's just go with a regular, since they're relatively weak. Use red on the bottom. Okay. Now, because I defeated that triggers Skilled Investigator. I can draw a card into a Spycraft. So I think we're going to hang on to this for now. Well, that should have happened, of course, when we flipped properly to Black Widow, who takes damage from flipping to hero form from Taskmaster. So yeah, I think we're going to hang on to these. I think Winter Soldier is going to be really good for us. We might have to weather a bit of a storm here on this turn, but we will see what happens. Going to draw it back up to 5. So we get Genius, Dance of Death, and Quasar. Okay. Going to ready up. Taskmaster is going to scheme. What do we choose to have happen here? I think we'll just put another one on hunting down heroes. He is going to attack. It's currently an attack of 2. I think it would be worth our while to try and defend against that. Or just take the damage for now. I know we have some good cards coming up later to deal with enemies. And I think I would rather keep her as healthy as possible. So we're going to defend against Taskmaster's attack. So we're going to pay it for 2. And unfortunately, because of the Hydra regular, sorry, we're at 7, down to 5, down to 3. So, our first encounter card is a treachery. We do not want Master Plan. So we are going to use Grappling Hook to get rid of that, which is going to put a point of damage on the Hydra regular. And then we have Hydra Sidearm attached to villain. Force interrupt when attached villain attacks, the attack gains ranged. And hero action to remove. Just makes him a little more dangerous now that he has a gun. Okay, well, that wasn't terrific, but it could have been a lot worse. All right, so I think we definitely want to be able to play out another prep card. So we have Spycraft. Interrupt when you reveal an encounter card, discard Spycraft, cancel the effects of that card and discard it, then reveal another card from the encounter deck. And because we have these two, we are going to spend Genius to bring out a cheaper Winter Soldier. And Winter Soldier can finish off the Hydra regular. I think at this stage Natasha is probably going to have to flip over because she is really injured. But of course it's always dangerous with Taskmaster. When you switch to hero form, they automatically take damage. We have Quasar left in hand. I don't think we really want Quasar at the moment, so we're going to discard him at the end of the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of a slow start here, but it's not so bad. So we pick up Strength, another Spycraft, Acrobatics, Nick Fury, Agent Coulson, and Grappling Hook, all of which are very good. All right. So, going to have him scheme. Going to place that scheme. Now Taskmaster is going to scheme again. He's going to scheme for 3. So sing at 8. And our encounter card is a Hydra Hunter. Do we want that? Yes, that's fine. He shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. I say that now. All right. So we already have a Spycraft out, so we don't really need another one. So we are going to use that to bring out Acrobatics, which draws us a card. We are going to have to heal or recover before we flip over. But yeah, having good old Nick Fury in here, it's very worthwhile for us. So we are definitely going to bring him out before we do much else and get those 3 cards back in our hand. So let's deal with Agent Coulson, and we'll get rid of Grappling Hook to bring out Nick. Nick's going to draw us 3. All right. All right, well, this turned out not so bad. I'm going to switch to hero form. Very tempted just to confuse him and remove 4 of that threat. Might want to save that, however, in case a capture by Hydra comes up. But a more efficient way to do this might be to spend 3 on Dance of Death. So let's do that. So we're going to do 1 damage to an enemy, 2 damage to an enemy, 3 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do 1, 2, put him down to 13, and using the remaining 3 to take out the Hydra Hunter. And then both Winter Soldier and Nick Fury can then thwart off a total of 4 threat. So that was alright. It's always good to see Nick Fury. Alright. Oh, again, forgot to take that damage. Don't want to cheat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we draw Widow's Gauntlet, Making an Entrance, Quinn Carrier, Vigilante Training, and Espionage. All that are very good for us. Okay. So, he's going to scheme. We'll give him another one. So he's back up to 6. He's going to attack. He's currently attacking for 3 with ranged. Not that it really matters right now. Let's block with Nick. So there goes Nick. Since he was going to go anyway, and our encounter card is an attachment attached to Taskmaster. When a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all damage that be dealt and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead. Yeah, I don't really like this card. It's really rough for us. So we are going to use Spycraft to cancel the effects of that card and reveal another card. I'll do 1 damage because of Black Widow's built-in ability. Draw a new one. Shadows of the Past. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis million and put it into play. Engage with you, reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. So, interestingly, of course, because we are fighting Taskmaster, we can't fight Taskmaster again. So he doesn't actually come into play. His side scheme, however, does, which is Killer for Hire with 4 threat on it. And his Hydra Mercenaries and, of course, Deadly Shot go into the deck. One advantage to for Black Widow to go up against Taskmaster, it's not like you can face Taskmaster twice. All right. So we're done with that. Back to our turn. I think we want to thwart Killer for Hire away right now, using this as an event. Let's think about this for a second. Okay. Let's put out Vigilante Training for Espionage. Should have done it in a slightly different order. So rewinding that a bit, we will use Queen Carrier to pay for Black Widow's Gauntlet, who would have spent the one for Espionage, which will give us back the one we tossed away, which is Vigilante Training. And then we will use Vigilante Training to pay for making an entrance. So when your hero makes a basic thwart, gets +2 thwart for that thwart after the thwart ends. If your hero removed all threat from a scheme that way, he'll take 2 damage from your hero. This is a good way for her to heal, especially against Taskmaster. So that's gone. I will use Skilled Investigator to draw a card. Got another Vigilante Training. Can't put it out at the moment, but will be good for us, especially with making an entrance. We need to keep getting those ones back. And we'll have Winter Soldier Thwart for 2. Okay, really got the engine going here with all these prep cards. Let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got Attack Acrobatics again, one way or another, Black Widow's Gauntlet, and Wiccan. All right. Back to Taskmaster. It's going to thwart. We're going to put another one on, so he's back up to 6 again. He's going to attack. I think this time we're going to have to put Winter Soldier away. He's done a good job for us. Boost. If you're in hero form, take 1 damage, otherwise place 1 threat in the main scheme. Okay. And our encounter card, Weapon Master, Treachery. The villain attacks you. If they have a weapon attachment, the guard gains Surge. Okay. So I'm going to have to defend here. So interesting interaction here with this card gains Surge. And the Surge resolving. So we'll get to that in a second. So he's going to attack us for 4. It's down to 3 because of our defense. Now, because that surged, I will use when the surge keyword and the counter card would be resolved. Discard espionage, draw 2 cards. So we got the safe house and Widow's Bite. All right. So it is surging. He took a damage. The next one is a Hydra Mercenary. Okay. Oh, but when the boost card is turned face up. Oh, never mind. Could have used that one before. Well, actually, that wouldn't have mattered. Okay. Attack acrobatics doesn't matter for that card. I was thinking about Widow's Bite. Okay. So back to our turn. I think we're going to be in a position to have to heal again. So let's use our Gauntlet to put out Widow's Bite. I think we want to have our other Widow's Gauntlet out. We definitely, at this stage, unfortunately not getting a lot of use out of one way or another, but they're going to come back to us eventually. I do want to get Wiccan out. So let's do that. So after he thwarts, discard the top card in the encounter deck. For each boost icon, discard this way, deal 1 damage to the enemy. So we are definitely going to thwart. And we'll do 1 damage to the guard. I think we are going to have to flip back down again. It's very tricky here. But I think that's what we're probably going to have to do. Very tricky. All right. Everything ready's up. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's going to empty our deck. Which gives him an encounter card. All right. So he's going to thwart. Oh, sorry, he's going to scheme. I'm going to take the damage. He's going to scheme for 2. He's going to scheme for 3. Puts him at 9. Hydra Mercenary cannot scheme. Counter card, captured by Hydra. Good, I'm glad to finally see one of these. That could be of some benefit to us if we can get rid of it. Next one is another Hydra Soldier. Okay. Now, do we have any preps here to be able to play out? To gain us another one. Yes. Okay. I'm going to put out a target acquired. We're going to run out of room here for prep cards. I should put them all up here. And a Widow's Bite. Oh, we already had one of those. So we're got 2 Widow's Bites. This might be a pretty good turn for us if we can time it all properly. I forgot to draw one. It's another vigilante training. Okay. So we're going to have to heal. Because when we flip over, we're going to get hurt. So now I think we want to covert ops. So first we're going to thwart 1 away from capture by Hydra. And then see what damage we can do. No damage. It's kind of funny. But yes, we're definitely going to want to play out covert ops. So we're going to spend these 3 to put out covert ops. Remove 4 threat from the scheme and confuse the villain. So that is the remainder of the threat off of capture by Hydra. Capture by Hydra goes away. And we gain hero into our hand. We defeat a side scheme, so we get to draw another card. So we have Elektra, Vigilante Training, and Making an Entrance. So, Making an Entrance is pretty good for us here. I've got to put a Confuse on Taskmaster. Yes. So, I think we will do that. We'll still hang on to Vigilante Training for next time because it's not too much that we need out of here yet. So let's play out Elektra. Spend Making an Entrance. It's just going to do 3 damage to an enemy. So let's just get rid of the Hydra Mercenary. And I think in this particular case, since we can't kill the soldier, we're just going to have to spend this 1 turn using her to thwart, even though that's not the best use of Elektra. But we have so many Widow's Bite cards out right now that we should be in an okay position and have sufficient blockers for the time being. Everybody up. Again, that's the problem with Black Widow's deck. She has so many prep cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, put 1 back. So I actually have this one over here we're holding on to. So Spycraft, Nick Fury, Attack Acrobatics, one way or another, Vigilante Training. So pretty good turn next turn. Okay. A lot of stuff to consider here. So, he's going to scheme. He's at 9. Do we want to put him to 10? Probably not. Don't want to take the damage though. So let's put him to 10. Find another 5. He's going to attack. Wiccan's going to get in the way. Attacking for 3, 4. Hydra Soldier's going to attack, so I'm going to defend. And our encounter card is Under Fire, Treachery, Surge. Reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Let's see here. None of our cards do much for us here. Okay. So, Surging. When revealed, discard and upgrade you control and take 1 damage. Okay, nothing I can do about that. Which upgrade do I not want? I think we want to keep all of our preps. So we are going to get rid of Skilled Investigator. I'll take a damage. And the added surge, Hydra Soldier, which is going to trigger both instances of Widow's Bite, which will stun it, but it'll be dead. So we'll take all 4. So what we're going to do for the preparation triggers is put 1 on the Hydra Soldier and 1 on Taskmaster. Okay. Could have been a lot worse. So we're going to start out this turn by having Electra just kill the Hydra Soldier, which deals us an encounter card. We've got Nick Fury here, who's always worthwhile coming in. He'll cost us everything in our hand, but I think it is definitely going to be worth it in the end. So Nick comes out, draws us our 3 cards, 1, 2, 3. Mockingbird, Quinn Carrier, Safe House, 29. None of use out of the gauntlet at the moment, but we definitely are going to have Nick thwart for 2. We know the villain is confused, so it's going to be good for our next turn. So I think we are going to have to flip down to Natasha. We are going to play out Safe House 29 and Exhausted to go looking for a prep card. I think we want Widow's Bite. And use Mockingbird to pay for it. And since we played out a prep card, draw another card, and it's Agent Coulson. All right. Oh, meant to heal. Oh, no, couldn't heal on that turn. Gotta wait until the next one. Hopefully nothing comes along to mess that up. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cards. Grappling Hook. Counterintelligence one way or another. Energy and Wraith. Okay. So he's going to scheme. We're going to let him scheme again, but he is confused, so he'll not actually be able to scheme. So now we have Hydra Mercenary. That's a hero response for Widow's Bite, so that's not going to work. And then Caught Off Guard, discard and upgrade or support you control. If no cards discarded this way, gain Surge. Let's get rid of target acquired. Okay. So, back to the start. We're going to heal. We're going to use the Widow's Gauntlets to pay for Grappling Hook which will net us a card. We'll use the safe house to get another preparation card back. Oh, forgot Nick Fury, of course. Goes away. I think we definitely want to get Agent Coulson out. So first of all, let's flip over, take our requisite 2 damage. Let's play out Coulson. After Agent Coulson enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a prep card and add it to your hand. Let's go with Spycraft. We don't currently have one of those out. We're going to have him do a thwart. Now, what else can we do here? We could Dance of Death and keep Electra around for another turn. One way or another, we're not really going to net anything this turn. Chances are we're going to flip one soon anyway. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's hang on to one way or another. And play out Dance of Death to do 1 damage, 2 damage, and 3 damage. So we'll do our first. Doesn't matter what order we do it in, because we're going to do 3 to Taskmaster. Down to 9. Three of the Mercenary. We're going to hang on to Electra as a defensive measure. Everything gets turned up again. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And back to Taskmaster again. Excellent. Okay. So, he's going to scheme. I'm going to have him scheme twice. Really riding this razor's edge with him. He's going to attack. I'm going to have Electra get in the way. Just enough to take out Electra. Encounter card. It's going to scheme. It's a treachery card. I really do not like that. Is there anything we can do? Cancel the boost icons. Any amount of threat. Oh, I think I see a way to stop this from happening. Oh, I can use grappling hook instead to get rid of the treachery. There we go. And then does another point of damage. Just chipping away at him slowly while we continue to try and build our engine here. Okay. I think we're not doing quite so bad. So on this turn, I do want to use this combination of cards. So we are going to play out one way or another to find a side scheme. And we know what one we're looking for. Oh, it was right on top anyway. We know we have a captured by Hydra. going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We got Quasar, Genius, and Dance of Death. Everything's coming up pretty well here. We're going to have Coulson thwart the... It comes in with 5, so it's down to 3. Oh, he's not gone. He's still there. He still has health on him. So it's down to 4, no, down to 3. So we are going to spend 3 to play Covert Ops. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Confuse the villain. Get rid of that capture by Hydra, which gives us a captured character, and it's White Tiger. Response: after you play White Tiger from your hand, spend a Genius resource and remove 3 threat from a scheme. Can we do that? Oh, we definitely can. Okay. White Tiger comes out for free. We play Grappling Hook resource. Gets 3 off the main scheme. She has a thwart of 3 herself. So that was a significant turnaround there to really reduce it to where we needed it. Wow, I think this is a good turn here for us. We are going to play Making an Entrance to get +2 thwart, to thwart the rest off of that scheme, healing us for 2. And we're pretty much back to the beginning where we were. Going to hang on to Dance of Death. And we're in okay shape. So that's the last of our deck. We have to shuffle up. So Dance of Death, Spycraft, Strength, Winter Soldier, Espionage. Okay. Shuffle up. We get ourselves another encounter card. Now I think we can finally start effectively dealing with Taskmaster now that our engine has been built. Okay. So he's going to scheme. I'm going to let him scheme again because I don't want to take the damage. He is going to attack. Coulson's done his job, so he's going to get in the way. Ooh, an attack of 6. Poor Coulson. Our first encounter card. Photographic Reflexes. When a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead, then discard Photographic Reflexes max once per attack. Nothing I can do about that one. And the other one is a Hydra Regular within sight of 1. Okay. Oh, and we can trigger Widow's Bite to kill him instantly, doing 1 damage. When a player attacks, so I didn't attack, that was just dealing... No, hero response attack after a minion enters play, so it was an attack. So I prevent that 1. Gets rid of that. I take 1 damage. So that was an okay trade-off, I'd say. Alright. Things are looking pretty good here. I need to get more preps out, so let's do that just for essentially Spycraft, Espionage, and that amounts to a free Winter Soldier. Now, yeah, can't use Dance of Death yet, but we're still going to hang on to that and the Strength card. We're going to have White Tiger thwart everything off of that scheme, and Winter Soldier attack for 2. Yeah, we're in a much, much better position now than we were before. As long as we can continue this pace up, shouldn't be too long before we're able to finish him off. 1, 2, 3. Back in our hand, Grappling Hook, Espionage, Genius, Dance of Death, and Strength. Okay. Everything's readied up. Oh, of course, I forgot to actually do anything with Black Widow on that turn. So, yeah, she's just going to attack for 2. She finally gets to attack. There we go. All right. Back to the top. Scheme 1. Scheme 2. He's going to attack. White Tiger's done her job. Oh, there goes, unfortunately, the other captured by Hydra, but so be it. Don't think we can get them all. All right, and Taskmaster's training camp. Do I like this one or not? Cancel the effects of that card and discard it. If I'm going to use Spycraft, it's only 2. It's not that difficult to get rid of. And it doesn't mean anything on this turn. There's no minions in play or entering play, so we don't have to worry about its effect on this forced response. Okay. Back to our turn. So we are going to play out our Grappling Hook. We're going to thwart this one away. We're going to have Winter Soldier attack for 2. Again, I don't think we want to necessarily use our Dance of Death here. We're going to hang on to these ones. Again, we're in a pretty good position. We want to sort of slow roll it if we can. Might even flip down just to get some healing and some additional cards back into our hand, like preps. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to use the safe house. Can't use a safe house, so we don't have any to use. But let's play out another Espionage, which will draw us a card. Play out Skilled Investigator. Safe house isn't really doing anything for us at the time, but a confused villain for us is a good villain. Okay. So he's going to scheme. Scheme again. He'll be confused. You cannot scheme. Encounter card. This villain gains, or this card gains Surge. Do we have a card that deals with Surge? Yes. So you know what? Oh, we didn't draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, because that's going to surge, we're going to use both of these preps. Does not have to be used as a hero, interestingly. So we're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a lot of cards out of that. Quasar, Wiccan, one way or another, Widow's Bite, Dance of Death, Strength, Making an Entrance, Nick Fury, Vigilante Training, and grappling hook. Wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards in hand. Amazing. All right. Anyway, so it still surges anyway. Alter Ego. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. If a thwart card is discarded this way, Taskmaster schemes. Nothing I can do with this one necessarily. Do I like this one? I don't want to discard cards necessarily. Yeah, you know what? We'll just let it go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wraith, Covert Ops, which is a thwart card. Just 1 thwart. So he is going to scheme. He's going to scheme for 4. Okay, that's fine. He can do that all he wants. He's almost through his deck. All right, so things are a little crazy here in terms of the amount of cards that we have. First thing we're going to do is to get another card back to our hand using the safe house. Natasha is going to heal. Goes to 7. Now, I do not know if there's any capture by hydras in there. At this point, I don't think I really want to take that risk. So, we have a lot of resources to play with here. We don't really want one way or another. Let's spend these to get Nick. Draw 3 more. Wow. This is something here. Okay. Let's use this for Widow's Bite. Draw another card. Get another one way or another. Don't need that yet, so let's spend one way or another. And her Gauntlet resource to get a second grappling hook. Let's get Wiccan out. There's just so much going on here. Spend 1 vigilante training, get another one. Spend 2 to get Wiccan, still hanging on to this dance of death. We'll hang on to Quasar. Okay, well, that was a pretty crazy turn. And now we flip over to Widow. Oh, sorry. Take damage. Back down to 5. You know what? Do we have a justice event? Yes, we do. We're going to use vigilante training to draw the other vigilante training into our hand, which will now free up, finally, to be able to play Dance of Death. So, Wiccan is going to thwart, and that will take Taskmaster down. So he's now going to go to his next stage. He's got a scheme of 3 and attack of 3. So we got ourselves an encounter card. His health goes up to 17. Good job, Wiccan. Now we are going to thwart with both Winter Soldier and Nick. Which gets it down again. And then I think we're just going to play out Dance of Death because now is a really good time to do it. So 3 attacks for a total of 6 damage. So I think we've turned that corner now, where his next stage is going to go down pretty easily. At least, I hope that's the case. I have been wrong before. Okay. All right. So, back to the top. Scheme gets his extra scheme. He is going to attack. He's attacking at a base of 4. Nick's going to go anyway, so he's going to block. And there he goes. Our counter card. He's going to scheme. It's a treachery. When I reveal a treachery, discard grappling hook, cancel the effects of the treachery, and discard it. I do not want him scheming. And of course I trigger 1 point of damage from firing off the preparation card. Alright. Things are looking pretty solid. Oh, I forgot to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we defeat him without cycling through his deck? Well, with this Dance of Death in my hand, I certainly can. So, an easy enough turn. Let's have, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 more. I don't really even have to be fancy about this. Wiccan attacks, Winter Soldier attacks, Black Widow attacks, and of course, the Dance of Death to finish him off for the 6 points. So, there we have it. It was a relatively long game and took a while to get that engine going, but he went down really fast once he hit stage 3. So, there we have it. Black Widow defeats her arch-nemesis, Taskmaster. So, if you've enjoyed this game, please let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe and like if you enjoyed it, and we will see you again next time. The deck list is going to be in the description below. Have a good one, and happy playing.